All right, well, we are here at the Great Northern Squashfest under the beautiful northern sky of Wisconsin with the Driftless Revelers. You guys played a set this evening. How do you think it went? Did you have a good time? The crowd was dancing, the kids were doodling?
I thought it went well.
I had a lot of fun, too.
That's a great question. Here's a better question. Whose boat is this? Because this is a gorgeous boat. I noticed the Shorelander trailer immediately. That's a high-quality trailer. That back left tire looks a little soft. And I'm pretty sure that's an aluminum hull. It's a gorgeous boat. That's really what I want to ask you about. Do you know who owns that boat?
You know, I don't know who owns this boat. It looks like whoever owns it hasn't registered it since 2010.
Well, that's because, let's just face it, man. DNR is just trying to shake us down. That's just a quality watercraft. You should be able to have that out on any lake at any given time that you want. Look, I don't want to get political, but I feel pretty strongly about this. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
You'd like to go on record as saying...
I think I've been clear that I'm done talking. Thank you.
You guys have a new record out. Would you like to talk about that at all? American Folk Standards. A selection of new folk standards in the American tradition.
It's actually a recovery. I'll let Jared speak.
That is correct. The new album is called American Folk Standards. It's a portmanteau of American and folk, but instead of saying folk, we say fork. And standards, because once people actually listen to this album, they will realize that every single track on it is a masterpiece and will live in the hearts and minds of America for all time.
There's influences like Big Bill Spoonsy, Burl Knives, Patsy Tynes.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Susan Saran-Wrap was one of them.
Runner-up, yeah, she was close.
But yeah, there's a lot of zaniness on that album. And it was very fun.
We're very proud of the record, but I once again just want to draw attention to this magnificent boat. I mean, look, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, the cut of that hull, it's got the nice kind of square windshield on it. It's got a good cut. I think that's a, okay, there's no motor on it, but it was clearly used. There's a mounting post back there for tubing and what I would assume would be water skiing. Do people still water ski?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Pyramids.
Yep, pyramid
All right.
water skiing.
But yeah, this we haven't. There's no music on the record about the boat here yet. We can't go back, and unfortunately, but we will probably be writing some new material about boats soon.
But a boat with a grill on it.
What's that?
A boat with a grill on it would be very nice.
On a related note, my grandfather was fishing on a lake once with a grill on his boat, and unfortunately, he took a turn too hard. He lost his grill. We've been searching for that grill for 70 years in that lake. It has never come up. To the grill.
Do you guys ever try to find artistic inspiration in stories of loss, like that, stories of pain?
Story of hunger, too. Oh, that's all I got.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you ever take artistic inspiration from stories of loss, stories of pain, stories of hunger, stories of grill going to the bottom of a Northwoods lake?
Well, I think it's fair to say that most of the influence in this band is suffering, and we've been through a lot as a band. Just in the 3 years that we've been touring, but as individuals prior to that, I mean, it's really, we feel that we've suffered unduly in a very cruel and torturous world. Ben himself here is a former teenage prostitute, Yeah. And of course, Jared had a great stint as an exotic dancer until a tragic, highly acrobatic act went awry. Briefly paralyzed him just from the waist down to his knees, which is really strange because his lower legs worked fine. Yeah, it was quite strange. He could walk, but he would drag his torso behind him, and his thighs were completely numb. It's easy to laugh a little bit about it, but I mean,
I've learned to be able to.
what we're trying to say is that suffering is very much a part of the band. I myself had what they refer to as a crushed pelvis. Now my pelvis bone has gone very weak and soft over the years, and I sat down really hard on a wooden bench, and it did shatter. Yeah, gelatinously almost. Really, it really became quite loose down there. Let's just say things shifted around. I mean, that's why I'm wearing this. A little embarrassed about where things ended up, but thanks to the modern medicine that I received at the Mayo Clinic Extension in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, my pelvis is supporting some things, but it's a little confusing down there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I mean, these guys have seen it. We do sleep together as a band on the road a lot of times, and and they got used to things being located in one position. But more importantly, suffering. Yes, a lot of suffering. Ben?
I would agree with that. Yes.
Jared, I think you probably suffered the most.
Speaking of this boat, I think it's the same type of boat that my grandfather had when he was trolling around the lake. He had the grill right up top, right there.
This must be bringing back a lot of tough memories for you. I'm sorry.
I still can't turn left to this day.
Going off of what you just said, when you guys sleep in the same bed on tour, is it more of a Three Stooges side-by-side thing, or is it like a foot-to-head thing?
It's 3 abreast.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 abreast.
Now, Jared, this one's for you. What are your thoughts on reclining lawn chairs?
Personally, I don't believe in them. They don't exist.
My God. Do you believe a flat earth exists?
I think Ben can field this question.
Sometimes in Iowa, it seems like it. Am I right?
I think, in fact, you are right.
You guys did make a lot of pronouncements in your set at the Great Northern Squashfest tonight about flat earths, cults. Is there anything quasi-religious about the Driftless Revelers? Is there anything under the surface we need to know about?
Jesus does shave, as far as I know. Besides that. What was in your closet again?
I'm going to let Jared handle this.
Back to Jared.
The closet is filled with a lot of crosses in the shape of pentagrams.
So not a cross.
They started off as crosses. And then we had pentagrams that we turned into crosses. Due to a ayahuasca trip that we took a couple years ago, we also have an abundance of squares in our closet. We tried to expand to trapezoids, but we found that we were too enamored with the trapezoids, so they were not able to stay in the closet. So we had to relocate those to the living room. But so in our closet, we have crosses turned to pentagrams, pentagrams turned to crosses, and an abundance of squares. Thank you.
My God.
I'd like to add to that. There are a few other shapes as well. I think there were some triangles. There were some triangles, yeah, some shapes.
It's good to know that you guys do not differentiate between shapes. It's all one big polygon.
We're very progressive in that sense. We have a open policy on both geometry and shapes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna be okay.
Huh. Still talking about shapes.
What's your favorite shape?
I like parallelograms and rhombuses.
Oh yeah, go on. Let's hear some more on this.
Ben, what is your favorite shape?
Probably the rhombus.
Mm.
Because it's trapezoid adjacent, and it's two triangles put together.
In high school, I was in marching band, and we did rotating rhombuses on the football field, which is very exciting, and was quite thrilling to see the rhombus rotate, and then rotate back into itself. It crossed the 2 points, would cross a lot of times right in the center, and then would.
When it became a line segment.
It was a line before it rhombused out. Yeah.
There's one shape that we've been on the lookout for. It's been mythologized for a long time. We like to think of it as our white whale. We've only ever seen it in coming into this interview today. It is the boat shape. And we have found an amazing specimen of boat shape.
Kind of a hybrid trapezoid.
Yeah. Its glory is unmatched. Thank you.
I suppose it just really leaves one question. What is next for the Driftless Revelers?
I'm going to take a bite of my sandwich.
We're going to make another fun album, and we're going to have pancakes in the morning, I believe. Wyatt is going to make us all pancakes. We'll help him.
I really see us as a band eventually moving into a political party, and with enough concentration and violent usurpation.
The party?
Yeah, it's yeah.
The third party.
The place to be.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if we should go into this. I mean, we do have a plan. We're taking things over. We have an agenda. I'll stop short of saying a manifesto, but just keep an eye out. Things are happening. We do have paperwork. We have nonprofit status attained, which is where the money comes in. We've been working with a cat rehab facility. Cats that are loose, cats that are, don't fit the confines of established norms.
I'd like to tell they are talking about the Driftless Revelers Home for Wayward Kitties.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's the Driftless Revelers Home for Wayward Kitties. It's a nonprofit we start. Anyways, the cats play a big role in our machinations, and people say you can't train cats. I just want to be very clear. They can be trained. They're just anarchists, and you have to meet them where they're at. And they're really about deconstructing society, and eventually we will accept them as our new overlords. Ben, you good?
Thank you.
Jared, what is in your sandwich?
Wyatt with the tongue.
The key to any good sandwich is the only thing that I put into my sandwich, and that is love.
My God.
I think that's a lovely note to leave this on.
I feel like we really just skimmed the surface.
I think we covered a lot of good ground.
I think we did.
Yeah. We covered sandwiches,
Let's do this
boats, cats.
When will you have us back?
The beach side.
How deep is a hole?
As far as you dig it.
As far as you're willing to dig it, my friend.
Could we end on a solo? We've been working on some things.
Do you mind? We've been working on this piece. We
It's gonna be on our new album.
new album. This next piece that we're going to play is going to be on our new album. It's still yet untitled, but just give us a moment while we oil up these plungers and work it
Bring
out.
that mic over here.
I figured that's a good slide whistle.
That's a quality whistle right there.
As you can see, he got the best slide whistle of the bunch.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That whistle
He did.
slides.
The one, yeah, the
E
one,
minor?
yeah, E minor.
E minor?
Yeah, the one we were doing in like 7/8. Right? Oh, yeah. That was, okay.
The tone room.
Yeah. Let's do retrograde.
Okay.
I'll let you guys
Retrograde.
kick it off.
Yeah,
I'll let you guys
retrograde
kick it
too.
off.
The Driftless Revelers, ladies and gentlemen.
We're getting there. It's getting
Awesome.
close.
It's a work in progress.